when it comes to mind, what do you think it's defined as? Like, what do you think veganism even is?
Awareness.
Awareness?
I mean, at the root, that's what every vegan is trying to do, right? I mean, whether it's for a dietary reason that you physically can't consume meat, or you're trying to limit something.
Right. So like there's some people who kind of come onto a plant-based diet, and you're right, maybe they're trying to lose some weight or become more healthy. We define it here a little more precisely as a principle against using other animals.
Okay.
If we just have a choice, if we didn't have a choice, like drop me in the middle of the woods and I don't have any other option, I'm not sure what we do. But for you and me, if we can shop at a grocery store,
totally have a choice.
do you think it's fair for another animal to enter the slaughterhouse for you if they don't need to?
Yeah. I mean, probably not.
All right. Are you good with being live on YouTube? I'll have you be right here. Let's see, we're both in frame. Yes, you were okay with YouTube? Okay, just making sure. So, what is your name?
I'm Jack.
I'm Cooper. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're here talking to people about animals. What do you think about animals in general?
They're great. I mean, they're animals.
Have you
lovable.
spent like time around dogs or cats in your life?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I've grown up with dogs. I have 2 dogs right now. Well, 3. We just got a 3rd.
So, like, caring for the dogs, spending time with them, what does it teach you about their feelings?
They're very sentient creatures. They're highly intelligent, depending on what breed you get. And they're all different. They all have their own personalities. They're amazing creatures. And you can really treat them. Every dog's different.
Right.
They're all amazing.
You said they're very sentient. I wonder, has there ever been an instance where you'd seen a dog or a cat suffer?
Yeah. I mean, whether it's you don't feed them and that you forget to feed them that day.
Right, they get hungry.
They're hungry.
Like, come on now.
They want something and you don't give it to them. But any scale, you step on their foot.
Right, they'll yelp. They hurt.
Anything. I mean, they do feel pain. They're very... And sometimes they don't know. They don't know whether or not you make a mistake or not. And it's...
And you kind of try to make it up to them. You're like, it's okay, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but you never know.
Right. When you think about an animal like a fish or a cow or a pig, do you think they're different from a dog in their ability to suffer and have feelings?
I mean, it's where do you draw that line, right? Where do you...
Or do you think they have like that feeling to suffer, or like they have the personalities in the same way that dogs do?
I mean, maybe not personalities in the same way that dogs do, but yes.
They do have personalities, but differently. What do you mean?
Kind of how I try to think about it is the more advanced a brain is, that more personality, the more layers there are to that onion. Okay. And I think of a goldfish as having like less layers as opposed to like a cow or like a horse or something.
But when you think about like maybe the fish or the cow or the pig, would you say that they're advanced enough to suffer or to have some level of personality, some individuality?
Yes, whether or not we can see it and it's how prominently it's displayed. Right.
It's like a cow, for instance, like their intelligence isn't going to be like you and I. They're not going to have this conversation.
No.
But they walk, they're like walking in the field. There's certain cows they like to be next to. Like you said, they'll yelp or they might moo if they get stepped on, things like that.
And they're going to have a lot more personality than a fish, where a fish probably does have a personality. We just can't see it as well because we can't interact with them as much.
It's hard to relate to them and interact in the same way with like a mammal, like a cow or a pig.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you still think the fish suffer, right?
Yeah.
Like as humans who live in 2026, who maybe live in Portland or the surrounding area, do you think there's something that we need from other animals for, say, food or clothing or entertainment?
I mean, yeah. I mean, people have been making leather products for centuries, and people have, I mean, I love eating meat.
Right. So we're not necessarily talking about like what is or what has happened, or like maybe what you're doing right now. But I wonder, like, in the future, is there anything that you or I need from animals in order to thrive as humans for food or clothing?
Probably not, honestly. There's probably not a reason that you couldn't get it from other sources.
Right.
I mean, lab-grown meat, you can get protein from other sources, iron.
If you found out, for instance, maybe you went home across and it was flashing across the news screen and it said humans don't need to consume animals and they can get everything they need from plants only. Do you think if we didn't need to, and we know that these animals suffer, do you think it's fair for us to continue using them?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's where do you draw a line of possession? I mean, if you can own an animal, then you can do what you want with it. And yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that's fair?
I don't know about fair. I don't know if you can say it's fair or not fair.
I'm
unfortunately.
What do you think about maybe justified? Do you think it's justified if we have another option and we know they suffered? Do you think it's justified for us to continue putting them in that situation for us?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's justified, honestly.
You're not sure?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you consider
question.
would you consider watching a documentary that got at the standard practices within farms and slaughterhouses so that it gave you an ability to be an informed consumer and make an informed choice?
Yeah, I mean, being informed is always good.
Right.
I mean, trying to be free range, whether that actually means anything.
What do you think? Do you think it makes a difference if an animal's free range? Maybe they're a lot happier. Do you think it makes a difference if we still kill them and we didn't need to? What do you think?
I don't know if it makes a difference, but I mean, the happier we can have the animal, I mean, I don't see a reason to not try to make them as happy as possible.
If we were choosing between using them and making them sad and then killing them, or using them, making them happy and then killing them, obviously we'd choose the happy one. But if we have a third option, which is not use or kill them at all, what do you think is most fair from, or justified from the animal perspective?
That's probably the most fair.
Right.
Yeah. From the animal perspective, especially.
All right. I hear you. I want to ask a couple harder questions, and then we'll wrap it up here. When you evaluate like your own ethical system, your own morals, how many more animals in the future would you prefer are exploited for you?
Would I prefer?
Yeah. What's your preference?
Oh, okay. Are you saying like smaller, like we should exploit different animals as opposed to other things, or?
No, just like in the future, when you think about animals being used for you, whether it's like for food or clothing or entertainment, how many more would you prefer are exploited for your consumption or for you to sustain yourself?
Less. I mean, it depends.
You prefer less?
I mean, yes, because it lowers demand. There's less animals. Like I'm not going to wear animal products as clothing, but I also.
Why wouldn't you wear them for clothing?
Because you don't need to. And
Right.
I mean, if it's a byproduct of a slaughterhouse that they also take leather, I guess that's one thing. But if
I wonder, do you think that we need, like within the instance of clothing, you're like, we have another option, we don't need to. Do you think a similar logic could be applied to food? And we say, we have plant options. Yeah. We shop at grocery stores and farmers markets, and we can just pick up something else.
I don't see why you couldn't apply it to it. It makes sense. It's a reasonable correlation.
I hear you. I'm gonna give you a card because you seemed open to the resources. Let's see. One of these pockets here, I have cards. Do you think that this idea of preferring animals not to be exploited for you, do you think it would be in alignment with your own morals to go vegan based on that?
It's an interesting thought.
Right.
I mean, for sure. Totally. I mean, if you can do it, I mean, anything you can do that's in line with your morals.
Right.
I mean, it really forces you to choose who you want to be.
When you think about like veganism, I guess I should have probably asked this first, but when it comes to mind, what do you think it's defined as? Like, what do you think veganism even is?
Awareness.
Awareness?
I mean, at the root, that's what every vegan is trying to do, right? I mean, whether it's for a dietary reason that you physically can't consume meat, or you're trying to limit something.
Right. So like there's some people who kind of come onto a plant-based diet, and you're right, maybe they're trying to lose some weight or become more healthy. We define it here a little more precisely as a principle against using other animals.
Okay.
If we just have a choice. If we didn't have a choice, like drop me in the middle of the woods and I don't have any other option, I'm not sure what we do. But for you and me, if we can shop at a grocery store,
totally have a choice.
Do you think it's fair for another animal to enter the slaughterhouse for you if they don't need to?
Yeah. I mean, probably not.
All right. Well, with that, you've been really open-minded. Did you have a thought?
I mean, it's a great conversation.
I really appreciate your time here. I want to leave you this card here that links to a documentary called Dominion. If you don't want to scan it, because I know some people scan with the QR codes, you can always just look up Dominion on YouTube. It's free.
Okay.
And again, it just shows those standard practices and allows you to make the informed choice. Say, do I want to continue contributing, or do I want to treat these animals probably more like I treat my dogs, with respect and like individuals?
I mean, it's a great conversation to have. The more we can talk about it, right?
Right.
The more we can actually have the conversation. Yeah. Thank you.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And I'm wishing you a great day. Thank you for being open-minded.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.